Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia if you're new here, and today I'm going to be talking about something that isn't really very glamorous, but you know what? Hey, I'm not here to be glamorous. I'm here to just share my real experiences with you guys, and hopefully it can help you as well. So yes, today's topic is parasites. How I found out I got a parasite, what my symptoms were, how I got rid of it, how potentially you could have contracted a parasite and not know about it. Literally everything that you need to know about parasites is going to be in this video. Okay, so I found out around 2 months ago that I had a parasite. Kept completely quiet about it because honestly I was really grossed out. It's not really the most pleasant thing to know that you've got going on inside you, but I've done my Parasite Cleanse and I'm all clear now, so it's all good for me to talk about it and talk about my experience. So I found out from my kinesiologist that I had parasite, and I actually asked her a couple of times because I was just so horrified that she told me that I had a parasite, that I was just like, are you sure I've got a parasite? Really? And to be honest, when you think of parasite, you think of dirty, you think unclean water, all of that kind of thing. But it's actually very, very common. And she says that majority of people that go to see her have some kind of parasite. And it's not actually disgusting or gross at all. It's just sometimes these things happen. When I went home and did some research, it's estimated that anywhere from 1 in 3 to 50% of Americans have a parasite and don't know about it. So yeah, that's very, very common. So of course you can get parasites from unclean water and places with bad sanitation. So if you've ever been abroad and you've got a bad case of traveler's diarrhea, then it could be that you picked up a parasite from that time. You can also get parasites from meat that hasn't been cooked properly, so especially pork. There have actually been many different types of worms and protozoa that's been found in pigs. So if you do eat pork, then it's advisable that you freeze the pork first before you cook it, just so that you can freeze off any worms and parasites that are in the pork, which, yeah. I don't know if I want to be eating frozen worms, but if you want to eat your bacon, just go ahead and freeze it before you do. Also, if you eat raw fish, if you really like to have your sushi, then it's possible that you could have contracted a parasite from there. Even if you're a vegan and you don't eat uncooked meats or anything like that, it's possible that fruits and vegetables can be contaminated with parasites if you haven't washed them properly and you eat them raw. So like I said, I found out about my parasite through a kinesiologist, but you can also find out through other alternative medicine practitioners, and they can do some stool tests and find out and tell you if you have it or not. So what do parasites do and why are they problematic? So parasites live off of your body's nutrients, so they steal your food, and they also secrete toxins into the bloodstream, and they also damage your gut lining and cause leaky gut syndrome. Leaky gut is when the lining of your intestines gets damaged, and when your gut wall becomes more permeable, it means that all sorts of things that aren't supposed to get through into your bloodstream, like toxins, undigested food particles, microorganisms and pathogens, all of these things can get into your bloodstream. They're not supposed to be there, and it can cause all kinds of inflammation in your body. Let's talk about what this means in terms of symptoms. When you've got really bad inflammation in your body, it means that you can get things like fatigue, brain fog, different skin conditions like eczema, rashes, acne. Also get really bad anxiety and depression and other kinds of mood disorders, sore muscles and joint pain. I had this a lot. Something else you can get is a lot of food sensitivities, which definitely happened for me. There were a whole bunch of foods that I ended up being intolerant to because of my leaky gut that was caused by these parasites. Also, you can get a really low immune system, you can get really bad food cravings, because all of these little nasties are eating up all of your nutrients. Also, if you feel hungry all the time, even though you've just eaten, that's maybe a sign that you've got a parasite inside of you. I personally experienced all of the symptoms that I just talked about, but of course everybody's different. So it could be that you experience some of these symptoms and not others, but it's still worth checking out whether or not you have a parasite. Okay, now on to the fun part. Let's get rid of these bad boys. So what did I do to get rid of these parasites? There are many different types of remedies that you can use to kill parasites, but some remedies are going to be more effective at killing certain parasites than others. So it really is advisable that you go and find someone who can tell you what parasite you have specifically, so that you can really target that parasite. So for me, my parasite poison of choice was papaya enzyme extract, which is basically the seeds of the papaya all crushed up and then the enzymes extracted from that. So that worked wonders in killing the parasite that I had, but like I said, if you don't have the same parasite, it might not work so well for you. But fear not, you're still going to get value out of this video, I promise, because I'm going to now tell you some supplements that you should be taking regardless if you're doing a parasite cleanse. So first thing that will really help is taking L-glutamine. And L-glutamine is an amino acid that really helps build that intestinal lining and make it nice and strong again. The second supplement that I really recommend you take, and that I took, is activated charcoal. So what activated charcoal does is it binds to the toxins that these parasites are secreting, and it's just going to help you really eliminate all of those toxins and get rid of it so that it's not floating around in your bloodstream. Okay, and the third supplement that I really recommend you take is probiotics. So probiotics, what they do is they're good bacteria. It's going to help you balance out that gut flora so that you can do normal movements in the morning, you know. Also, in terms of diets, parasites really love sugar and anything that's acidic. So you want to try and make your body as alkaline as possible and avoid acidic foods. So this means sugar, dairy, too much meat as well. If you just Google foods that are acidic and foods that are alkaline, you should be able to get a really good list of things that you should eat and should avoid. Also, I had to cut out gluten, so no bread, pasta, anything like that for me, and instead what I ate was lots and lots of veggies and complex carbs, beans, that kind of thing. And also pumpkin seeds are very good at killing parasites, so if you don't already, it may be a good idea to incorporate pumpkin seeds into your diet. So let's talk about how I'm feeling now after I finished my parasite cleanse and they're all gone from my body. So I'm feeling a lot better. I will give you a warning though, for the first 4 or 5 days you may feel slightly worse just because your body is flushing out all of these parasites. But now that I'm finished with it, I noticed that a lot of my symptoms, like my brain fog, my fatigue, muscle pain, oh my god, no more achy muscles, and just this general feeling of inflammation. Also, my food sensitivities have decreased dramatically. I feel like I can eat more foods and not get itchy and uncomfortable after I eat. Another thing that I really noticed is I'm not hungry all the time anymore. I used to just be ravenous 24/7. I could literally stuff myself and still want to eat more food, and it was always just really weird to me. I just didn't know why. But now I actually get full after eating my meals, which is just so nice because I don't have to be like this hungry tiger all the time, you know. Just like when I get in the door, the first thing that I do is like run to the fridge because I'm just so hungry. I do still have some symptoms. I still have some food sensitivities. I do still get some brain fog, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And the reason for this is that my gut lining still hasn't been repaired. I still do have a leaky gut because it does take time to really heal that kind of thing. But I will be talking about my leaky gut and the things I'm doing to repair it and all of that kind of thing in one of my future videos. So do stay tuned for that if you're interested. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, found some tips on how to clear out your own parasites. If you have any questions or you just want to connect with me, then please leave me your comment down below. I love reading your guys' comments, and I always check my comments and respond to them. So that's a really, really great way to reach me if you like. And yes, I will see you all in my next video. And until then, I'm sending you lots of love and positive energy. Bye.